Welcome to the Mindset Model, where identity meets destiny, where mindset becomes magic, and the version of you've only dreamed of, well, it's already within you. This is your portal to expansion, your permission to be seen, to take up space, to step fully into your truth. I'm Sarah Davis, and this is the Mindset Model. Welcome home. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Mindset Model podcast. I hope you are having the best week so far. Now, most of my episodes are inspired by crazy shit that's happened to me during the week, lessons I've learned, and I'm like, oh my God, what even is this? I need to share this with everybody on my podcast. And today's episode is no exception, because I have got some really juicy bits of information to really help you smash through life. And this is all about not giving up. So you know when you get that moment when you're halfway to a dream and you're doing all the things, but it feels like nothing is happening. This is just your reminder. Do not give up. Check your progress, reflect, adjust, and repeat this. Because today we're talking about the gap, the in-between, because this is where the magic actually happens. So this episode is brilliant for anyone who's ever thought, is this even working? And the truth is, yes, it is. But your brain isn't the best at noticing the quiet wins. So what we need to do, we need to zoom out and measure real progress, not just the outcomes. We need to stop rushing and comparing. And we really need to fall back in love with the journey, because again, this is where the wins are. And I will be sharing some real stories from my life, as I do in most of these episodes, of where I've actually experienced these things and how I've got past them. Now, back in the day, I had this fabulous vision that I wanted to act, I wanted to model, I wanted to have my own business. Doesn't that sound absolutely delightful? And then life was like, cool, that sounds great, but now you need to prove it, bitch. So that meant that I needed to show up and actually, put it out there that these were the things that I wanted. So this is where I learned a few lessons. So I went to auditions that went nowhere, casting calls that went nowhere. I would get emails that would be like, we've decided to go in a different direction. Bloody rude. And that was basically them saying, I don't have quite the right look or whatever it was. And this really made me question whether I was being delusional for wanting all of these things, if I was actually good enough. But here is what I learned. Progress doesn't always look all pretty and fancy. Sometimes it looks a bit shitty. So it can be anything like sending the email you've been avoiding. That is progress. Filming the self-tape when you are so tired and you look like a bag of shit. That is progress. Updating your portfolio, your profile, your CV, whatever it is, again and again and again. That is progress. Saying yes to the thing that scares you and excites you at the same time, but saying no to that thing that really does drain you. That is progress. And I nearly talked myself out of my vision so many times, but then I started measuring input, not just the outcomes. Instead of saying things like, did I book the job? I said, did I build a skill? Did I show up? Did I pitch? Did I learn? Because that is important. That is valuable. So ask yourself, where did you show up this week? Even if the outcome hasn't landed yet, this is proof of your progress. Make sure you keep it and you remember it. So let's talk about the time when I nearly gave up on my own brand. So must have been about 2 years ago. I dabbled in a bit of network marketing. I liked the ideas around the network marketing, certain elements to it, like building an audience, talking about really beautiful products. But it didn't quite feel right. It didn't feel like it was mine. I felt like I was borrowing a stage when I really was meant to build one myself. And the convenient thing about borrowed stages is that they are already built. And the uncomfortable thing is they're not actually yours. And I realised I wanted my own message, my own method. And that meant starting over. That meant literally starting from scratch. So I'm talking the logos, the websites, the offers, everything. And it meant I was risking being a beginner again. And I nearly quit because of the gap in between the idea and the results. It felt like an absolute bloody canyon. But then I remembered the brand is built in the gap. The clarity, the voice, the courage, all forged in the not there yet zone. Oh yes, my loves. So I recommitted and I created the mindset model piece by piece, one episode at a time, one workshop at a time, one client conversation at a time. And the crazy thing is, once I stopped rushing around and comparing, my energy actually came back. I was so inspired. When it feels like yours, and it is yours, the devotion hits differently. And the lesson here, again, if it doesn't really feel like yours, it is going to feel exhausting. But if it is yours, it will still be hard, but you will feel alive when you're building it. So where are you in your life? Are you borrowing a stage that you secretly want to own? What is one small move you could do, something you could do this week towards building your own thing? So there we go. Now, another little lesson that I picked up this week is, have you noticed, this is probably you because I know it's me, we are in a culture of scrollers. We are scrolling through. We're looking at everybody else's life, what they're doing and everything like that. We're all doing it. I mean, maybe not your nan, maybe she is, who even knows, but most people. And then we wonder why we feel behind, because comparison is a big fat liar. And here is the truth. You are not behind. You are on your own personal timeline. You're in your lane. This is your assignment. This is your life. And when you compare your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 22, you erase your data. So stop doing that, my loves. This is a really great thing that you can do, which is like a 3-minute progress check. Use this weekly. So number 1, proof. What evidence shows that you are further than you were last month? When you actually look at this, it will just blow your mind, because there'll be so many things that you've done which showcase the evidence of how far you've actually come. Number 2, pattern. What small habit has quietly been working? Is there something that you've changed and it's really, really making a massive impact in your life? And number 3, pivot. What little micro tweak would you make next week to make it 10% easier? And that's it. Proof, pattern, pivot. Literally 3 minutes, and this will really, really help. So the next thing is enjoying the journey. So, when you go on holiday, we're like, oh, I'm so excited. You are literally dreaming about you going on the beach and, swinging in the hammock, the sunset, the sea, the dip in the pool, the pina coladas, whatever the bloody hell it is. But the journey is where half of the memories are made. If you think back to your holidays, like the silly airport rituals, the snacks that you only buy when you travel. I don't know about you, but when I'm going on a road trip, Percy bloody pigs just get in me. Like the playlist that you belt in your car as well. Like I have got a playlist which I've created, which my husband and I play whenever we go on a little road trip. It's magical. And the stop-offs where, you stumble on the world's best coffee, for example. How many times have you stopped off and you've discovered something new? And life is like that. I mean, you'll hit the destination, you'll celebrate it for a moment, and then it's on to the next holiday, the next adventure. And if you don't learn to love those checkpoints, those stop-offs, you'll miss the actual living. Oh yes, let that sink in a little bit. So today, fall in love with those stops, those layovers, the drafts, the training days. The rejections that refine you, the DMs that lead to a coffee, that lead to a client, that leads to changes in your year. The not yet is not punishment, it's preparation. And the final message for you in today's episode, this is a huge one. When people don't believe in you. Right now, I'm experiencing this myself. So there is people around me who are totally cheering for me, but there's also people that don't believe in what I'm doing when I'm building my brand, my business, my acting, and all the things that I do. They smile politely, but you can tell, you can see it in their face that they think it's unrealistic. And that they just want to say to me, that's not going to work. And it would be so easy for me to believe this and to really shrink myself and to quit. But instead, it's making me so much more determined. It's the fire in my stomach. Because here's the thing. Every single successful person who's ever been interviewed has said the same line. In the beginning, everyone thought I was crazy. So they were told their ideas would never, ever work, but they didn't give up. So good old Oprah Winfrey, she was fired from her first TV job and told that she was unfit for television. Walt Disney, fucking Disney, he was told he lacked imagination. Are you even sure about that? J.K. Rowling, she was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter finally was published. Harry Potter was rejected 12 times. I can't even comprehend that in my head. Steve Jobs, he was called reckless and even got fired from Apple, his own bloody company, before he came back and built it into the empire it is today. And Sara Blakely, founder of Spanx, I'm sure everybody has got a pair of Spanx somewhere in their chest of drawers, but she pitched her product for 2 bloody years before anyone believed in her. And now she has become the world's youngest self-made female billionaire. And the pattern here, people doubted them, but they didn't stop. They believed in themselves when no one else did. And that's where I am right now. And it is hard, but I also know in my soul that this is going to work, and I know it's going to work, and I have built the belief in myself. And I cannot wait for when I am in my biggest vision and I can prove these people wrong and say, hey. But then again, looking at it, if you do get people who don't believe you, it's not actually their fault. So don't ever feel negative towards these people, because we are all programmed in a society to stay safe, not take risks. So for some people, when you do share an idea with them, they just can't see past it, and that's okay. The main thing is you believe. So I believe in myself, and you should believe in yourself. You should have that confidence, because you are going to build the biggest successes of your life. You just have to believe in yourself. So, a little reflection prompt for you here. Who in your life do you feel doesn't believe in your vision right now? And how can you actually use that? Use that as like a fuel. Not as proof as you're failing, but to keep you going forward even more. So just a couple of little prompts for you as well. This is what I would call, I don't even know what I'm going to call this. So this is just 5 prompts, 1 minute each. So wins. List 5 things that you did that moved you forward this week. Any little things. So lessons. Write down 5 lessons you have learnt, and that could be about you, your business, your craft, your system, your whatever you're doing. Number 3, energy. So 5 activities that gave you energy, 5 things that you did that actually lit you up. Number 4, friction. Write down 5 things that drained you. And how can these be simplified or removed? And then the final thing, next move. Write down 5 micro actions that you are going to take in the next 7 days. This is your evidence. Keep it somewhere you can see it. And obviously when your brain is being a bit crazy and it's trying to, put all the doubt in, read this evidence list. So if this episode landed, if you enjoyed it, take a screenshot, share your biggest invisible win, tag me in so I can cheer you on. And if you want more structured momentum, you must check out my 7-day mindset model method. And this walks you through identity shifts, daily actions, reflection prompts, and this really helps you to build the version of you that doesn't quit, the most confident version of you. And remember, the gap between where you are and where you're going, that is your becoming space. Don't rush it, don't compare it, just measure it, love it, and keep going. I will see you in my next episode.